Greetings, peace and blessings. Thank you for coming into another video. This topic is really hot off the press, but it's one that I really want to kind of touch on when it comes to the differences between celebrities' treatment as well as like a regular unknown civilian being, pulled over by police officers and receiving harsher treatment, harsher sentences, harsher outcomes for the same traffic violations, right? So basically, the topic of this video is, do celebrities get special treatment when it comes to the law? So a recent case in the past, few days has surfaced on the internet with Ice-T, has brought this question to light. He was pulled over for driving with a suspended driver's license as well as expired registration. While he got some tickets, he avoided having his car towed or being arrested. Outcomes that many believe could and were influenced by his notoriety and his fame. On the other hand, we look at a regular person in a similar situation faced with much tougher consequences. They are usually arrested. They receive, on top of that, citations, multiple citations for the same types of offenses, and having their car towed. This raises a big question for me and maybe some others. Why are the rules applied so differently for some people? And why does this matter, right? These differences actually make people wonder if the justice system is fair. If you know, read in between the lines. When it looks like celebrities get off easier than regular civilians, it can shake people's trust in law enforcement. So this discussion is about understanding why these gaps happen and how the law can be applied equally to everyone, no matter who they are. And even though that sounds good, we don't seem to be living in an environment where that is really the case. So let's get off into the first video where the actual traffic violation occurred and he was pulled over. Let's go.
Officer, let you know you're being recorded, okay? I'm ready for the DMV. This is where I'm going to get on my registration and everything. You know your registration expired since 2021. That's where I'm going.
So you have your license expired as well?
That's why I'm going to the DMV. Give me my paperwork here.
Yo, don't touch me. Don't
give me
like that.
Give me my paperwork. Get this on camera.
Legendary rapper and actor Ice-T, best known for his role as Detective Odafin Tutuola on Law & Order, was pulled over in New Jersey for what looked like a missing front plate on his Porsche. Things took a turn when officers found his registration and license were expired, leading to a heated exchange with the star. Here's how it all went down.
Kilo comes back, negative stolen, 2015 Porsche 911, two-door color gray. Registration expired.
Step on one. How's it going, sir?
What's up, officer?
Officer Silla, Hudson County Sheriff's Office. Let you know you're being recorded, okay?
I'm headed to the DMV. This is where I'm going to get on my registration and everything straight on this car.
At first, everything appeared to be normal as a simple traffic stop, but things would soon escalate between the actor and the officer.
You know your registration expired since 2021.
That's where I'm going. I'm headed right here.
When did you decide to go and change?
Yesterday. I went yesterday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is your registration been expired since 2021.
Car's been parked.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course I'm sure. That's why I'm trying to get this car set up to roll. Yesterday I went to the DMV and they said that their system was down, so that's where I'm headed. I got 7 cars. I'm trying to get them all straight.
You said you went to DMV yesterday. They said the system is down?
Yesterday, yep.
What time was your appointment yesterday?
I didn't have an appointment. They just take me.
You didn't have an appointment to go to DMV?
I don't need one.
Why is that?
Because they know me.
Because they know.
Because they know me. They know me. Okay? I don't need an appointment. I don't need to follow the same criteria and protocol that you civilians have to follow. Okay? So he gets pulled over. The officer notices that his registration has been expired since 2020. We're talking at least 4 years here, right? My car has been parked. Yep. He hands him the paperwork. I'm on the way to the DMV. Let's go.
Is your passport? Do you have a driver's license with you?
Yep. I'm getting that. That's expired.
So you have your license expired as well?
That's why I'm going to the DMV.
So his registration is expired, his license is expired, his registration has been expired for years. We're talking about 4 years. And it's going to be interesting to see him attempt to negotiate with the officer to let him pretty much proceed, since he is claiming he is on the way back to the DMV, seeing as though he went yesterday and the system was down. So now he's been inconvenienced to have to go back in order to get the first of 7 vehicles, according to him, registered. Let's continue.
Sir, even if it's 1 feet, you cannot drive with an expired license and expired registration.
I mean, why don't you follow me right to this garage right here? The DMV is right there. You don't got to be that serious about this. I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
Well, is it serious? So, give me 1 second.
I could park the car right here and then walk to the DMV.
That's 566.
It's 5'6". I'm good with our road.
Those are all the things.
You said you have other vehicles registered?
I have 7 vehicles.
Okay.
Received. Do you want me to start the hood?
It's 5'6". Standby. You're gonna drive the other vehicle who was registered and get this one registered.
Can I handle this? You gonna take me to jail?
I'm not gonna take you to jail.
Okay, can I park the car here and walk to the DMV?
I'm gonna tow your vehicle.
No, you're not. You're not gonna tow my vehicle. Let me park my car right here.
You're not gonna move your car, sir. You give me your keys right now, and I'm gonna tow your vehicle. You try to be more respectful with me, I'm gonna respect you the same way.
Well, then let me. You see, I'm going to.
No, you're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna tell you what to do. So give me your keys right now. You're gonna go that route.
I asked you, can I park my car?
I said not. Give me your keys, sir.
If I'm not under arrest, then I'm getting out of my car.
Okay, so before things have the opportunity to go even more far left than they've already gone, Ice-T is actually exercising. And I just find it super ironic that you've played a police officer in a role that has gained you a lot of wealth, right, and notoriety as a police officer in the acting field, yet and still this is what culminates in real life. This just goes to remind us that acting is not real life, right? And his opinions are his own when it applies to his real life situation. So he just basically says, look, if you're not going to arrest me, then I'll just walk to the DMV here and park my car. Just let me park my car. Officer doesn't like the tone, doesn't like how Ice-T's, basically interacting with him, giving him pushback, telling him and delegating to him what he's going to do, and not seeking any type of permission or, agreement with the officer. Let's continue.
Give me my paperwork here.
No, don't touch me. Don't
Give me
like that.
Give me my paperwork. Get this on camera. This motherfucker. I'm a foot away from DMV.
Keep your distance.
You are a fucking asshole.
I'm not an asshole. You've been an asshole to me.
I'm an asshole. I'm trying to get to the DMV. I showed you all the paperwork. Let me start recording your dumb ass.
So 5'6", start the hook and start me out the unit.
Alright, listen. You're in the parking lot for Dunkin' Donuts, right?
It's 5'6".
Now, my personal opinion on this little clip of interaction here is that Ice-T is frustrated. We get all of that. However, had he not been Ice-T, I have seen many clips where people have been thrown to the ground, thrown on top of a vehicle, hands put behind their backs, knees put into their backs, just totally manhandled at the slightest interpretation of disrespect. Okay, Ice-T made no questions and left no questions unanswered as to how he felt about this officer's decision and his approach to this situation of not allowing him to go register his vehicle and not to disrupt what he had going on, despite what the laws of his state suggest. Let's go.
Irish communications to SO83.
The actor began recording as the officer called for backup. Ice-T appeared visibly angry, frustrated that the officer didn't give him another option to register his vehicle.
Actually, the SO83. He's going to be 9001 Bergen Line, where the Dunkin' Donuts is. SO83. That's 560, take a notified route.
So what happened, Sarge?
What's up, Sarge?
Hey, what's going on, bro? How are you?
I'm trying to get to DMV to register my cars.
Okay.
I got all the paperwork and everything there. I asked the officer, could I just go over here or even park my car so that I could walk over there, get all my paperwork together. He says he wants to tow my car.
All right, give me a second. Let me find out what's going on here, and then we'll figure something out, okay?
Okay.
Right,
You're doing
so-
a little too much, Sarge.
Okay, so what I was going to do is, just issue him a ticket, let me park here. Okay. He jumped out of the vehicle, he didn't ask me. He came so close to me. And he said, he called me an asshole. He called me an asshole, and he said, give me all the paperwork right now.
SO20.
All right. And everything's been recorded. And your vehicle's been towed.
Okay, so I didn't hear him state that to the sergeant that he actually was going to have his car towed. I don't know if I missed that. Let's go back a little bit more and let's play that again.
So close to me. And he said, he called me an asshole.
DMV to register my cars.
Okay.
I got all the paperwork and everything there. I asked the officer, could I just go over here or even park my car so that I could walk over there, get all my paperwork together. He says he wants to tow my car.
All right, give me a second. Let me find out what's going on here, and then we'll figure something out, okay?
Okay.
Right,
You're doing
so-
a little too much, Sarge.
Okay, so what I was going to do is, just issue him a ticket, let me park here. Okay. He jumped out of the vehicle, he didn't ask me. He came so close to me. And he said, he called me an asshole. He called me an asshole, and he said, give me all the paperwork right now.
SO20.
All right. And everything's been recorded. And your vehicle's been towed. And you're receiving tickets.
Okay, so it seems like he didn't mention that he was going to have the vehicle towed until he expressed to the sergeant that he was disrespected. He felt disrespected, and that he called him, that Ice-T called him names. And so it kind of escalated the situation to justify him towing the car, even though it is actually in most states that I'm aware of law that if your car's registration is expired, that's an automatic tow, right? So yeah, I saw the word play on this. I noticed and picked it up, but I just wanted to take it back a little bit just before I commented on that, because yeah, you know, he was kind of slick with that one. So let's continue.
For right now, for technical purposes.
The officer received permission to issue the actor 4 tickets, including one for driving with a suspended license.
So I just want to make a notation here, because the officer said that his license was suspended, but if you heard Ice-T, he said that his license was expired. There is a difference, right? Suspension is nothing to do with you letting it expire. It's an action or something that happened in order to take that privilege away from you for a certain amount of time, as opposed to you just not going and renewing your driver's license to make sure that it stays active. So the devil is in the details. It's in the details. Let's go. nice 911 Porsche, by the way. I just wanted to make that notation. You don't want that bad boy towed and dropped in a tow yard, especially black, okay? Yeah, I can understand why no one would really want to have their cars towed based off of you don't know how they're going to be handled, and there's always super exorbitant fees, impounding fees that you're going to have to pay in order to even then, you got to deal with the people at the tow yard. I think it's a requirement that they have to be, confrontational and dismissive. Most of the time, that's what you get when you go to take your car out, because they know that they have the power and they usually exercise it. But it's a nice 911. Let's go.
Stop, Sergeant.
Oh shit, I forgot to, alright, you can issue him the ticket and that's gonna be it, right? He's gonna leave the car here?
Up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll go with that, okay?
You want to leave the car here?
Okay, he's gonna park the car here.
No problem.
Go across the street and get the paperwork for the car.
Okay, but he's getting 4 tickets though.
Alright, okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like the sergeant was the one that made the recommendation to not tow the car, to basically submit that to the officer so they can get the understanding. And then the officer states, yeah, but he's going to get 4 citations. So it definitely sounds akin to this macho, type of situation between the officer and Ice-T. It's like, I'm a police officer. I don't care if you're a celebrity. And if you followed the laws and the rules of the road, then we wouldn't be in this situation. But now that we're in this situation, now you also have a sense of entitlement and an attitude. And now you're coming at me sideways. Yeah, we I'm going to exercise what I can within the jurisdiction of my job. Let's go.
Driving unregistered motor vehicle, driving with an expired license,
Okay.
improper display, you got no front plates, and no inspection sticker.
Okay.
But basically everything he could cite him for legally based off of the reasons that he stopped him. So he definitely is in his fields, in my opinion, and that often happens.
How many did you make out already?
What's that? 4.
You made 4? You already sent them in?
Not yet.
Yes? Can you bring it down to 2?
Sorry.
Okay, alright, no, it's up to you, bro. I can't tell you. Okay, alright. Alright. I can't tell him as a sergeant what to do. Okay? I can guide him and I can make a recommendation. He's going to give you 4 tickets. Okay? I asked him not to give you the 4 tickets, but we can bring it down to 2. He said, no, he's giving you the 4 tickets.
What are the 4 tickets?
He says you have no front plate, no inspection sticker, no registration, and your driver's license is expired.
Okay.
All right.
So the sergeant actually told Ice-T that he recommended the officer take it down to 2 tickets. And the officer said, no, I'm giving him 4. He also went the extra mile to express to Ice-T that he made the recommendation and wanted to give him a break and, basically lighten whatever experience he's going through right now with all of these citations and getting the car registered. But the officer, within the constraints of the law and of his job, has the right to say, no, he's going to get all 4. So that was just made clear. Definitely in his field.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right.
So I know he's gonna come with me, or
Yeah. So they know that you're not going to get the tow and that you're going to.
yeah, I'm learning right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if he told you, but everything's being recorded on the body cameras. So okay.
So as my sergeant, we're not gonna tow your vehicle, but you're receiving summonses. These are keys. Is your paperwork, driver's license, everything you gave me? You're receiving a ticket for no front plates.
Where's all the other paperwork?
It's in there. Everything you gave me. It's in the vehicle. You have no inspection, driving expired registration, and driving with expired license.
You're, like I said, you're gonna leave the car here and just go to DMV.
I'm walking DMV and handle this.
So, but you do know your registration is expired and your license too, right?
That's what I'm going for.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that I didn't know if you just knew your registration was expired. You got both.
I got everything.
Okay, all right.
All right?
All right, no, I'm good.
All right, you
Just the
told
way
him
he treated me, I was gonna park the vehicle, no tickets issued, but just next time show some respect. That's all I gotta say.
I don't have to.
All right, let's
Okay, I don't have either.
All right,
So you have a great day, sir.
Ooh, well, he said, I don't have to show any respect. And the officer made it very clear that that was the reason for the strife between the communication between them both, was because he felt disrespected. And it also justified him giving the 4 tickets when he could have been a little more lenient and kind of narrowed it down to a couple. However, I'm going to segue right into this next video where there's the same circumstances where this lady's license is suspended, her registration has expired, she's driving and operating the vehicle, but her outcome, with less disrespect to this officer, yielded an arrest and more dire outcomes as a result of her violating the law. Let's watch.
Bad news for the couple.
That being said, unfortunately, the truck has to get towed.
What do you mean?
It's not registered. It's not even up to date on the registration, the tag.
Yeah, it's no truck, but it doesn't, like...
But you still have
No.
to, but if you're traveling, you have to have the registration up to date. You can't be driving on expired tags. In the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles for every state,
I don't contract.
you don't contract with them.
Why would I?
Williams was later arrested and charged with not having a valid driver's license, not having any vehicle registration, attaching a fake plate to the truck, resisting law enforcement without violence, and refusing to sign a summons.
All right. So she did have a couple more, putting a fake plate on the vehicle, which definitely, I'm sure, escalated the decision to arrest her. But outside of that, everything looked about the same as Ice-T. And not only did she get her vehicle towed and impounded, but she also got arrested, where Ice-T was able to walk and move on about his day and park his vehicle, right? And basically be trusted to take care of his business at that point, with the maximum punishment of being given citations, right? So when you're dealing with celebrities and them being afforded the leniency that anonymous people or anonymous citizens are granted, and without the celebrity status, it really can breed a mistrust into the law enforcement agencies, right? Based off of a person's occupation and their level of notoriety based off of their occupation. Another thing too, like when Ice-T, when he became indignant and combative, but he was still able to avoid harsher consequences. And it suggested that his demeanor didn't escalate the situation to a worse outcome where it could have. And then you have the lady that wasn't combative, but she was perceived differently by the officers, and it potentially influenced the decision to arrest her with very, very similar offenses, driving offenses. So I would like for y'all to comment and to give me your take in the comment section, and let me know what you think. Do you believe that there is a true barometer when it comes to the treatment and the difference in the treatment between celebrity status and non-celebrity status of people being pulled over? Do you think it can escalate the situation? Does it depend on the approach, or does it really matter at the end of the day? Is it based on who you are and how people perceive you? Because like I said, just using him as an example, Ice-T played a police officer and gained a lot of notoriety and generational wealth off of doing so and spending a lot of time playing that officer. But in real life, though, okay? So with that being said, I appreciate your time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Turn on all notifications. Thank you to all of the new subscribers that have joined the channel recently. I hope everybody is having a strong beginning to a 2025, being goal-oriented, being vision focused, and staying positive. And I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, I'm out. See you next time. Peace.